Well, I mean, I tangentially
Tyra Banks still looks like she has a giant forehead even with bangs.
Okay, I'm gonna reinitiate this conversation so we can have some context. Okay, so I've been marathoning America's Next Top Model. I say I have not fully paying attention, but it's something that I can multitask pretty well. America's Next Top Model is interesting to me because I don't think Tyra Banks is an amazing person. I don't think she's great. She's definitely made her mistakes, but she is awful. She's awful to people who are also awful for the most part. So she's kind of an anti-hero in my book. Like, she does things and says things. Like, America's Next Top Model goes out of its way to make the models react to things. These are already, for the most part, people who haven't really put a lot of thought into this. They have a look, they take good Instagram photos, and they like reading about fashion. So they get on this goddamn show, and they're like, yeah, I'm a model. Look at me. I'm fierce. I smize. These are all Tyra's words. Like, that's like her catchphrases.
Hey, speaking of smize, why don't you spell that S-M-E-Y-E-S?
It's because she doesn't say that.
But she doesn't...
She spells it out all over. Like the house the models live in, it has rise and smize among other phrases on the wall.
Fucking disgusting.
It's spelled S-M-I-Z.
God.
S-M-E-Y-E-S.
I gotta take notes. I'm decorating my apartment.
You're gonna use that?
No.
You should.
I'm kidding. It was a bit.
Yeah, it's a funny bit.
Yeah, honestly, I got you.
Thanks.
But yeah, it's just... God, I just love it so much. And it's so, like, as someone, I consider myself, like, anti-drama. Like, I do not understand people who let themselves get super worked up over little things.
I believe you actually...
See, that's some straight talk.
I believe you actually said that's the reason you wanted to do the podcast with me.
Well, yeah, because I know, like, the worst I'll get is, like, scolded for being late. But other than that, like, it's anti-drama. This isn't like, a situation where I feel like I have to be, like... on it around other people's emotions.
Too much anxiety and or depression to stir the drama.
But like this is a show where people are like, they get their hair cut and they're like, oh my god, I lost myself. I don't know who I am anymore. It's like, honey, she gave you a pixie cut. It's fine. You're fine.
Bitch, and I had brain surgery.
Oh, it gets on my last fucking nerve. It gets on my absolute last fucking nerve. How many girls get on that show and they go, oh my god, I'm not comfortable with my body. I got made fun of in school, and that's my trauma. Is that people? It's like, why are you modeling then? Literally, your body is on display. People who go on there and they're like, oh, I want to be a model, but I don't want anyone to touch my hair. My hair is like who I am. It's like, you were literally a doll that people dress up however they want to sell a product. What did you think the job description was? Or, oh, I'm sorry, I don't pose nude. It's against my beliefs. Why are you trying to be America's Next Top Model? They always have a nude shoot. You're not surprised. They've been doing this for 25 years.
I have clothes on.
Exactly. Like, God, it's just how many people like do that. And then Tyra's the bad guy for going, yeah, it's not going to work in the model industry. And it's like, well, that's just awful. It's like, it's your body, your choice, but it's also your choice to be a model. This is part of the job description. Just like you can't blame Starbucks for making you like work a shift that made you tired. Like, you're choosing to work there at the end of the day. If you don't like it, get a different job.
You might not be choosing. You might not be choosing to work at Starbucks. You gotta be real passionate about being able to afford food. Is what I'm saying.
I just technically you have a choice. You could work at McDonald's. You could work at.
Oh no, you're right. Except McDonald's won't pay my college tuition.
You can be. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. You might be trapped by circumstance. But when it comes to modeling,
you're never trapped by. Fun fact: I had a cousin who wanted to be a model, and they said, come back when you're 5'9". I am not even 5'9".
Yeah. Well, height is... So, I mean, there's this whole movement nowadays, like very recently, that like all heights are beautiful. All like flossom is now a term in the lexicon.
Her dad had to break the bad news to her that she's Jewish.
Oops. No,
you're not going to make it to 5'9", sweetie.
It's funny because the Jewish features are desirable in high fashion. But they have to like be crossbred with like something that's tall.
Exactly.
So, for example, one girl who was on there was Native American and Jewish.
Oh,
and that's how she got on. She was a tall, very Jewish features, but also kind of like the cheekbones of like the Native American side.
That sounds like a good
and that was their ideal. Like they're like, oh, we love this.